I'm about to go 0 for 8, aren't I? And you know, this was the series I didn't want to call. This was the one where I was like, man, I need to just wear an AHL jersey, something neutral, because Columbus, pretty good team when they're on and when they're healthy, and right now they appear to be on and they appear to be healthy. And I just there's you guys are gonna want to stay up for the review of the Canucks game, because if it goes the way it looks after the first period, oh boy, am I going to be animated. Let's talk about the Leafs and the Blue Jackets. Seven. Okay. All right. No, we're gonna. All right. Don't wait till the goalie gets to the bench. All right. I'm gonna talk. Okay, we're gonna do this. People are like, is he gonna go Steve Dangle? Oh, might. So Korpisalo was starting against Anderson, and Korpisalo outplayed Anderson. And the great part is how Tortorella played it. And they're like, well, what are you going to do? And he's sort of like, shut up. And Tortorella's answer to everything right now is just shut up. And because you're stupid. And that's basically how he's treating the reporters, and I love it. Columbus had the early jump in this one, absolutely. And that would continue to be a theme here. Now, Robertson nearly scored on his first shift. Robertson, I thought, had a good game. So, in terms of players who played well, I will put Nick Robertson in that category. For a teenager, he did pretty well in his first playoff game. Columbus was buzzing at the 7-minute mark, and puck control. That was the story of this game, and I thought Columbus did a very good job. And by puck control, it's not just a matter of having the shots and having the possession. It's a matter of when you don't have it, they have nothing. You give them nothing to look at. Korpisalo withstood some good shots. Anderson denied Dubois, and then he denied Werenski as well. Werenski, I thought, had a great game. Fast period, few whistles. There was a scrum after a whistle at the Columbus net. Nothing major, though. And Columbus seemed to be ready for this one. Late post for Werenski. Jones was a force both offensively and defensively. Seth Jones is one of the best all-around defensemen in the National Hockey League. And I remember when I did the preview and I said, with Jones in the lineup, this could be a huge difference. And there were fans of the Leafs who said, and I only believe this is through not having seen him, well, Jones won't make that much of a difference. And again, I'm not saying that to call anybody out. It's just if you don't watch Columbus and you look at the numbers for Seth, you'd go, hey, those are good numbers, but not elite. The guy is an elite level defenseman. Last minute, Ceci takes a penalty. I thought Cody Ceci had a rough game. I'm going to say right now, I thought Cody Ceci had a rough game. Columbus power play, but Kerfoot balanced things out by being pretty darn solid on the penalty kill. So it's scoreless entering the second period. Second period, swarming defense by Columbus. They just gave Toronto nothing. There was no openings that were worthwhile for them. And when they got them, Korpisalo was there. Savard shot blocking. The Leafs looked dangerous, but it was a matter of getting enough really dangerous shots on net and then trying to figure out a way to solve Korpisalo. Atkinson takes a penalty. The Leafs go to the power play. And during that period, Korpisalo absolutely robbed Austin Matthews. And this was the night that Korpisalo had. We're back to the goaltending being the story for Columbus. And I felt the longer this was scoreless, the more it favored Columbus. That was how I felt about this, that the pressure was on Toronto. Toronto is the offensive skilled team, and Columbus is the one that they can just keep everything in the muck, and I felt that favored them. Columbus was employing 2 forecheckers, and then every time that puck would come out, they would just completely clog the middle of the ice. There was no fast break chances. Now, to Toronto's credit, Sheldon Keefe adjusted, and there weren't any fast break chances going for Columbus either. Both goalies playing well. Good saves by Anderson on Murray, and then Kukan had a very good shot. Kukan had a few good shots, actually, from the point. Mikheyev then had a shot that nearly fooled Korpisalo. Darn close, didn't quite get through. Rush chances were at 3-2 in favor of Columbus with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period. This was not a game that featured a lot of rush opportunities. And again, that's something Toronto wants to do. Remember, Kyle Dubas has been very clear. He wants it to be a skill game and a puck control game, and it's all skill and skill and skill. And John Tortorella, behind the Columbus bench, is like, oh, I can muck up the skill. We can turn that skill right down to nothing. Heavy pressure for the Leafs with 3.5 minutes left after Korpisalo made a fantastic save on Matthews, which was after Anderson's save on Texier. So there were chances at both ends of the ice. Crossbar then for Seth Jones on what was a very good effort. It was one of those ones where the puck looks like it's going to come out. He stops it from coming out of the zone, just skates in and wires it, and it hit the crossbar and went out of play. And then Bjorkstrand had a fantastic chance that didn't go in because Anderson made an absolute highlight reel save. So third period, early pressure for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pretty good start, but Atkinson, the puck goes the other way. We've seen this how many times? Where there's pressure, it doesn't quite go in, and then the puck goes the other way. Foligno gets it to Atkinson, and at 1:05, Cam Atkinson gets the goal to make it 1-0 for Columbus. And you could feel that goal was huge. Not just because it's 1-0 in the third, but just psychologically it felt huge. Werenski had a near miss. He almost made it 2-0. And this was after Anderson clearly was not happy with the Atkinson shot. And it depends on your point of view. The Atkinson shot was off the ground. It was over the pad and under the blocker. It's kind of a perfect shot, but yes, to fans, it's going to look like it's a leaky goal that a goaltender shouldn't allow. But for the hockey players on the panel and calling the game, they said that's a perfect shot. That's exactly where you want it. 14 to 16 inches off the ice on the blocker side. Now, Ceci then takes a penalty to give Columbus a power play. Like I said, Ceci, not a great game. And this is where that conversation comes in about whether or not Toronto's blue line is strong enough for them to make that push. Columbus had 2 power plays, both of them off of penalties by Cody Ceci. Columbus was really trying to choke off the offense while the power play that they employed on that Ceci penalty was good. Now, the Leafs penalty kill was solid as well. It did hold, but for Columbus, this is just, hey, we took another 2 minutes off the clock. All right, we're going to go out. We're going to take another 2 minutes off the clock, and it was shift by shift by shift. Every line knowing its job, every line working equally hard, every line doing everything that it took to bring this one home. Marner blocked a shot from Nash, but at that point, too, it was noteworthy. Marner had no shots. Mitch Marner is counted on to be setting plays up, but I didn't see a lot from Marner tonight in terms of the offense. I didn't see a lot from Tavares either. It felt like Nylander had a decent game, and Matthews, I thought, had a pretty good game, just couldn't put it home. And Texier then had a mini breakaway that was stopped by Anderson. The interesting thing is Anderson had all kinds of great saves. People are going to focus on the Atkinson goal. This is how that works. They pull the goalie with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. They take a timeout with 1 minute and 4 seconds left, but it didn't matter. So Wenberg gets the goal into the empty net from Foligno at 1941. And something struck me in that moment. I thought, based on the results through this first game, the best chance for Canada to win a Stanley Cup might be if we have it delivered via 50-50 draw and all the teams go in on it. Because right now it doesn't look like there's a Canadian team that is primed for a Stanley Cup win. I think, based on game ones, the Canadian team that's looked the best, including the game that's on right now, is Montreal. And that's unexpected. But after a 4-month layoff, lots of unexpected things take place. Toronto outshot Columbus in the first 11-8, and then Columbus choked it off. They outshot them 14-8 in the second, 13-9 in the third. Final shots 35-28 in favor of Columbus. The hits were 37-26 in favor of Columbus. They out-hit Toronto. They out-chanced Toronto. They outshot Toronto. Power plays, Columbus had 2. Toronto had 1. Neither team had a goal on those. That's the first shutout in the history of the Columbus Blue Jackets postseason. So Korpisalo gets a shutout, saves all 28 shots. Anderson saves 34 out of 35. 33 out of 34, because that 35th was the empty net goal. And here we are. The Toronto Maple Leafs need to now win 3 out of 4 against a very well-coached, very disciplined, very defensively stifling team in the Columbus Blue Jackets. This is going to be a tremendous challenge for Toronto. Against Boston, you'll have these big plays and these big emotional plays that fans can get all angry about. Columbus doesn't play that style of game. Like I said, they just kind of choked it off, and Korpisalo brought it home. Some excellent defense all around, and they played the perfect road game. It is a different environment than what they're used to dealing with the Boston Bruins, And I think Columbus is giving them as much of a hard time as I was worried that they might. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I know I'm about to go 0 for 8 on game ones. This guy. But it's been some entertaining hockey. It's been fun yelling at the TV. I haven't yelled at the TV during a Canucks game in a while, so we'll discuss that when that game's finished, when I do that review later. But let me know your thoughts regarding the Toronto-Columbus game in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.